All right, ladies and gentlemen, guys, we'd like to welcome you to the show. This is your host of the evening, DJJustJayOK with Just Dimes ENT. I'm here to talk about a story that I found out in the news here recently. And I was actually sent this story a few days ago, and I was supposed to check up on it to kind of find out who was involved because, of course, it happened in the state that I'm from, in Oklahoma, and it happened in the city that I'm from, and at a place that I'm partially familiar with. But I want to tell you guys about this real quick story, and it's a little bit sad, but I'm going to tell you guys, let's go ahead and get into it. In Oklahoma City, there was a man and a woman that were arrested for first-degree murder following the shooting death of a man at an Oklahoma City strip club. On October 19th, just before 2 a.m., police responded to a reported shooting at a night trips near North Meridian Avenue in Reno. When police arrived, they found this young man on my screen right here, and his name was Jazman Coulter, age 29, on the ground in the parking lot with gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. A witness told police that he and Coulter were standing in the parking lot near a dark-colored Chevy Tahoe after the club closed, just talking to people. At some point, an affidavit states that Coulter became involved in a physical fight with the man standing near them. The witness told police that he saw the man and later identified him as Harvey Booker, age 30, who reached into his own pocket and then heard the sound of gunshots, which that's him on the left-hand side of the right-hand side of my screen right there. That's Harvey Booker. An affidavit states video surveillance shows the fight in the parking lot between Booker and the victim and a flash of light between them. Coulter is seen collapsing to the ground a few feet away, the affidavit states. Booker then fled on foot, running westbound on Vermont Avenue. An SUV, which police say is the same vehicle Booker got out of just prior to the shooting, pulls down Southwest 3rd and stops. Booker gets into the vehicle and the SUV flees the scene. Another witness who was in the parking lot at the time told police he saw a woman driving the Tahoe from the parking lot after the shooting occurred, and the woman was identified as Jessica Villegas, who's age 32, who was actually on the right-hand side of my screen along with Harvey Booker. Okay? Now, police say Villegas was present at the time of the shooting and the Tahoe was registered under her name. Arrest warrants were issued for Booker and Villegas, and they were arrested Monday on charges of first-degree murder. And there's a reason why I'm bringing up this story, guys. For full disclosure, that's Jessica and that's Harvey. I don't know Harvey, but I do know Jessica. And I've known Jessica for a long time. I can't say that we were close or anything like that, but I am familiar with her enough, to hear this story just really, really, really bothered me. And, everybody has their due process in court. I hope that, in this situation, and of course, this is her and Harvey together. But I hope that that she's not, guilty of this in any shape, form, or fashion. I hope that she hasn't done something that is going to potentially ruin her life. And as far as Harvey, I guess we will see. But from what we understand, that he was heavily involved in this, and it sounds like he might have taken this guy Jazman Coulter's life. Now, I will tell you guys this also, full disclosure. Jazman Coulter, the gentleman right there, and I'll blur out everybody else's face that is not, a part of this particular story. But I actually know him also. Okay, now him and his kid's mom, I actually know them because they used to be customers of mine back in the day. I won't even say what store I worked at, but just know that they were customers of mine. They were always very nice. They always had a lot of questions. Like I said, I didn't know him very well, but he seemed to love his son. He seemed to be, a very loving person when it came to, his baby mom and all of that kind of good stuff. guys, we advocate for children first here at the Soda You Dig. And speaking on this gives me a heavy heart because, like I said, man, this is going to be another child that grows up without their father, and at the hands of violence between our own people. This is something we talk about all the time here. And like I say, it gives me great sadness to report yet another black man has lost his life to something so senseless. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys real quick the only videos that I found on the internet, period. And I've been looking for hours and there were just no reports about this. But I'll show you guys the videos that I have and we'll go ahead and close out. So I'll give you guys the fair usage. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Tracking crime, police are searching for the gunman who shot a man outside a gentleman's club in northwest Oklahoma City this morning. The victim has since died. News 9's Jesse Mitchell is live on the scene with the latest on the investigation. Jesse?
Police are still investigating what led up to the shooting here at Night Trips, but they believe witness accounts can help them quickly solve the case as long as they come forward. Detectives are looking to speak with anyone who was at Night Trips overnight or in the vicinity of the Gentlemen's Club shortly before 2 a.m. That's when the 911 call came in.
Responding officers located one shooting victim in the parking lot of that business. He was transported to a local hospital where he was later pronounced deceased.
Investigators have yet to say if the shooter or victim were patrons of the establishment before the incident occurred. They have not identified a suspect and are not yet naming the man who died.
As of now, his family has not yet been notified, so we're not releasing his information. And nobody is in custody for this homicide.
Security cameras mounted outside the building appear to cover every angle of the parking lot, but police hope to learn more details about any interactions or altercations the victim and shooter may have had.
The homicide unit has been conducting investigation since the incident took place. They have brought people down and they've interviewed several people. As of now, I just know that there's no suspect in custody.
And if you have any additional information about this shooting and have not yet spoken with police, they are asking that you call the homicide tip line at 405-297-1200, and you may choose to remain anonymous. Live on the scene on the story in northwest Oklahoma City, Jesse Mitchell, News 9.
I just spoke with Oklahoma City Police. This is now a homicide investigation. That victim died at the hospital this morning. Here's what police are telling us. Right now, there is still no suspect in custody, and they don't have a good description of exactly who they are looking for. Police on scene say that this happened around 2 this morning in the parking lot of the Gentlemen's Club. They don't know exactly what led up to this shooting. They are in the process of interviewing witnesses and trying to find out exactly what happened. We know that one person was hit. Again, that victim was taken to the hospital, but they have passed away this morning. While we were there in the parking lot reporting this morning, we did see police pulling a red SUV from the scene. We are waiting to get more information on exactly what happened. Reporting from police headquarters in downtown Oklahoma City, Zach Rael, KOCO 5 News.
And guys, I can tell you this, okay, like I say, without giving up too much information, because I have to have respect for the families on both sides. And I gotta say, there's been a lot of stuff going on in Oklahoma City, and this just adds to the list of BS that is going on in the city. Sometimes, I'm kind of proud that I'm not, around some of the foolishness, you know what I mean? Sometimes just being around a familiar environment, sometimes you could just get caught up in so much, man. And this is just a very, very, eye-opening reminder of how precious life is, how short life is, to just make sure and just give your children, for you parents out there, just give them everything that you can every single day. Love them, talk to them. We just don't know when the last days are going to come or anything like that. So, to his son's mom, like I said, I know her, sweetheart, I'll be praying for you, if you need anything, I'll be more than happy, to do any little thing that I can. Like I say, it's not nothing that's gonna, bring him back. It's nothing that's going to give his son any peace. And, even on Jessica's side, like I said, I know her mother is also, going to be going through a really rough time here with these court proceedings, and depending on what Oklahoma City decides to do. As you guys know about the Julius Jones case, Oklahoma is a very, very hard place, to go through the court system. You know what I'm saying? So we will see what happens, with regard to justice being served. We'll let the system play out and see what happens and just go from there. Like I say, it's sad that I actually know people on both sides of this. And again, like I say, I just want to stress that, we really need to go back to the old school days and when we used to have slogans like increase the peace, man. Just want to continue to remind people that, we got to start seeing each other as human. We got to start learning to work things out. And, life is short. That's all I got to say. This is your boy DJ Just Jay signing off. Thank you guys for listening. Peace.